Skyline Valley is obviously the new expansion, Fallout 76 into the southern parts of the map, into Shenandoah Valley, or Shenandoah National Park. You're going to see some really amazing vistas when you get in here. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do for camps, to build new camps and new locations. There's going to be new POIs, new places to explore. And then, of course, you're going to get to embark on a pretty amazing quest line dealing with the Lost and then the Overseer that you will run into, Hugo. There is a storm, and it's a little bit mysterious. There is a weather machine, and so you're going to see some of the effects as you go through the storyline of what's having on the Lost. The weather machine is, on its own, has had a couple of mishaps. One of them, intended, had good reasons behind it, but the Lost have actually figured out a way to use the weather machine to escape the vault. What new horrors are awaiting you in this area? Well, the Lost, for one. You see the eyes, you see the lightning strikes that also happen, but the Thrasher is really going to knock the socks off of people. This is absolutely the best time to jump in, especially now. I mean, the game, I play the game a lot, and I re-roll characters all the time. And playing as a new character, there is so much content now at this stage of the game to engage in. And so coming into this and seeing the new map region be expanded, again, more POIs, more places to put your camps, more quests. There's just a lot, to add to the game now, in this area. But again, for a new player coming in, there is hundreds and hundreds of hours of content.
Answer the call of Vault 76.
Vault 63 is run by Hugo Stoltz, who is the Overseer. You'll learn a little bit about how they got into the situation. So Vault 63 was being built. As they were waiting for it to be built, bombs started dropping. And so a lot of them turned into ghouls, and then they got into the vault. And then that's where the experiments and typical Fallout-y vault research starts to happen, and just weird things start to happen once they get in the vault and they start experimenting. So the wife starts to become paralyzed, starts to turn. And they notice that the lightning was causing that to slow that down, so people weren't being affected by it. And so the first event that kind of takes place there is Hugo trying to save her by enacting this weather machine to slow down or even stop the fertilization. I'm not going to ruin it for people. I think they need to take their own path. I think there's, just as with every kind of storyline that happens within Fallout, there's that point where you're like, okay, I think I'm doing right by this person, and then they do something, you go, oh, wait, where did that come from? And then so you really do learn about what makes him tick and what kind of drives him to want to embark on this journey. I don't want to ruin that and spoil that for folks. I think I want to see them go on their own journey, talk to Hugo, and do all the quests. We have like 12 major quests there within that line, so it's a pretty lengthy quest. It's actually one of my favorite quests in the game, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Your righteous crusade has gone too far.
Where the game is now versus release and then even midway through, the game right now again is fantastic. And I think from even the very beginning, like, we all knew what it suffered from. We knew the issues that people were bringing up. We knew where it didn't deliver where we expected to deliver. However, there was a long roadmap that we all knew we were going to be executing on, and we were going to continue to hammer on, and we knew that players would stick around, see those updates, and go, okay, I see where this is going. And over the years, we have continued to really reinforce, especially because we're consistent. I think every 12 weeks, we have consistently, especially ever since the drop of Wastelanders, every 12 weeks we've had a new major drop of content. And I think that's really important for the community and the players to see, because they know you're dedicated to it, they know you're going to give them content, and they know, because now we have the playtest server, they're like, oh, you're dropping this to us early. And you get to play it, you get to engage with it, give feedback on it, and then we listen to that feedback, make iterations where we need to. But yeah, the game where it's at right now, compared, it's miles of difference. But even back then, even though we knew some of the troubles we struggled through, we knew where we were going to be, in 4 or 5 years. And even a couple years out. Like, we knew after Wastelanders and then even some of the other drops that it was just going to be a solid game.
It's time to show these cryptids true American power. Firepower, that is.
We're not going to release the details of how you get there, but at level 50, you're able to embark on a trigger that will allow you to go through the process of becoming a ghoul. And then part of that is when you become a ghoul, there's going to be new perk cards that are available to you. There will also be other bonuses that are available to the player that we're kind of working on right now, because again, ghouls are kind of immune to radiation. Like, they won't take that on. So anybody who was a bloodied build character before and had all the unyielding armor and their fixer unbloodied and all decked out, they're going to have to rethink what they want to do there, which is great. I think that's awesome for the game. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. People are obviously very much excited about it. We've also been wanting to play as a Ghoul for a very long time. The community has wanted it for a very long time. We've wanted it for a very long time, and that was something we thought would be really a cool idea for us to kind of pitch and get going. And then all of a sudden, the TV show comes out. Cooper's very popular. The Ghoul is very popular, and so it just we've made the right choice. This is really a good thing, and players are going to really dig it. We look at the show as kind of an expansion of the Fallout universe, and so there's no real even pressure, on us. Every update we put out as if there's a TV show launching. It's like we want to make sure everything is stable, everything is good, everything is right by the players. Sentiment-wise, it's all going to be received positively. But it's great to see the engagement of new players coming in, engaging with the game, giving us feedback, and also the number of players coming in is also great. Not even just to Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout 2, Fallout 1, New Vegas. All the titles have received a good amount of exposure. And as a developer, it's fantastic. There's a difference between a show dropping and getting a little bit of response, from the show, and then the show dropping being completely awesome and seeing a huge wave of players come in, because of that. I don't think you'll find anybody who's not over the moon about the TV show, the characters, the story, where the story is going now. Those are all just super positive things that we have for the game.
Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place.
Words of wisdom would be, take it slow. You don't have to do everything that pops up on the map immediately, because events are going to be popping up. You don't have to engage with those. Take your time. Talk to Pennington. Talk to Lacey and Isella. Do the Wayward quest. Do the Overseer quest. Just take your time, going through the game. Enjoy it. Do the typical exploration that you've done in other Bethesda games. Just continue that same process, but really enjoy it. And then once you're leveled up and once you've kind of done your camping and stuff like that, engage in the events and start getting new weapons and new armor and things like that. But don't feel pressured by the things you see on the map popping up everywhere that you have to go do it. It's going to be there. We run these events all the time. We have different weeks in which new events keep running, so we're not going to drop these off. That's going to be a consistent part of our schedule. Just take your time. As most people know, we had Mischief Night already running. It used to be in White Spring, but it's moving. It's going to be in a really good spot. It's going to have a really good engagement, and I think the style of the event is going to really pull people back in. They're going to, yes, thank you for bringing this back.
Take a good look around. Do you really think
this is real?
Again, we have just such an amazing community, and they're very supportive of the game we've put out, and they will continue to be supportive because we're going to, again, keep doing right by them.